Hi, I'm Oatmeal Random, and here is a random review of Cobra Kai Season 5. I want to really quickly go through every episode, all 10 episodes, and tell you how I feel about all of that. And before I do that, I think I should give you some criticism, some stuff that I didn't like about it. Because overall, I like it. I love it so much because I always was a big fan of the Karate Kid, and so I'm just a big fan. And overall, like where they take the story and everything, it's really good. There's a few problems I wanted to address really quickly. I wanted to open this up with a few problems. Like you may notice this. I'm gonna give you all the spoilers for this spoiler alert, but it's like, especially the first few episodes seem to be a little bit rushed in a way. The editing seems to be a little off, especially in the first few episodes, and then like a little bit here and there throughout the whole entire season. And that's something you might imagine would happen if you don't have a lot of money, like in a big uh, production. You got billions of dollars. I don't know how much money they spent. I don't know how big their budget was, but it seemed that it was a little bit off with editing. The biggest thing was when they go to Mexico, and they're in the car, and you look at the window. It's like obviously it's like some kind of blue screen, a green screen. Like they're not really there, and that's a little bit off. And in the final episode, uh, so what's his name again? Not Johnny, the other one. Why don't I know the name of the Karate Kid? Danielson. Wow, how do I forget that? I love the show so much I can't even remember the star. The other star. Who is the star of the show? Is it Johnny or is it Danielson? Well, Danielson was the star. He was the good guy of the movies, the three movies. And then there was another movie with a girl, but it's like he was the good guy, and then they decided to do this show, and the show was really good, and especially the first season, people really liked the first season of this show, Cobra Kai, and and the idea coming into the show was like, what if Danielson was the bad guy, and so it's like in a way that's why it's called Cobra Kai. It's coming from the perspective of what's his name again, Johnny. But you know, so it's like Johnny's a main star, Daniel's a main star. So in the last episode of season 5, Daniel is, spoiler alert, he's fighting Terry Silver, and somehow he's able to like handle Terry for some reason, even though the other people were not able to. And I don't know exactly how that works because it's like before this, Terry was fighting who's that guy from Japan? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? I'm gonna try to remember his name. Chosen. Okay. So the fight was really good, and then it's almost like Chosen dies. You think he died. I thought he died. And the fighting was really good, and then they started using weapons. Terry had a sword, and Chosen had these little what do you call those things, like daggers that Raphael had, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the red one, Raphael, Rafi. He had those daggers. They're fighting, and Terry gets him, and he's lying there on the water in the fountain, and then Terry goes off and he's fighting Daniel, and and Daniel knocks Terry down, and then as Terry is about to get up, Daniel does his famous move that he did in the first movie to win. He did his little crane kick thing that he did in the first movie. Or did he also do that in the last movie? No, the last movie was a little bit different, but in the third movie, he did another move. He did a couple different things, I think, but the most famous thing he ever did in the series, in those movies, was that first movie, that last thing, whatever you call that move. I think it's called the crane kick. And he's standing on one leg, and he had to, and then he did it. And so in the last episode of season 5, he does it again. He does the crane kick, but the editing is a little bit off. I'm like a little bit of an editor, and I kind of notice those things, and so those are the kinds of things that bother me a little bit. A couple different things like that. As far as like editing goes, you may notice a few things like that. And then story-wise, there may be a few parts that are a little bit rushed, a little bit quick, perhaps too quick. But then again, you can only do so much when you're telling a story. You're trying to find a balance between all the different story arcs. And so one of the more important parts, one of the more important arcs is between the two boys, like the actual son of Johnny, young Johnny, not old Johnny, but so he has a son, and his son is not getting along with Miguel, his almost adopted son, his lover's son, and they're having a baby. Johnny and the girl, the lady, the Mexican lady, and she's pretty hot, and so is Daniel's wife too. And who's hotter? I would imagine probably Daniel's wife is hotter. But anyways, so the two guys are fighting, and the way they ended the resolution was really, really good. For the most part, I give them an A+. They handled it all really, really well. All of the different episodes and all the different segments used in telling that story, and how it ended, how it resolved. But it was almost like it felt a little bit rushed, like to get to that end part, and how they started getting along with each other. Miguel and what's his name, the son of Johnny, and even though it was a little bit rushed, the way they did it, like, was powerful. That Miguel was about to knock him off the balcony. They're on the second floor, and he's about to kick him off like he did to him in a previous season. And then he held back, and he's like, "Why did you hold back?" And he's like, he said something like, like, I forget what he said, like it's not worth it, and he has a family. I don't know what he said, but I guess he realized that it wasn't him. Like, for the most part, it's like he didn't really want to do it, but he was in the moment, and he got lost in the moment. And then he asked the other guy, like, so why do you do that to me? Why did he do it to Miguel? And he's like, I got tunnel visioned and got carried away. And they understood each other because they were both in that moment, and especially at that moment, Miguel was in that same moment that he was in the previous season. That was very powerful. And so that was really good. Even though I felt like it was a little bit rushed, however, it was very critical to have, very critical to see. From the top of my head, those are the things that stood out that I didn't really like. Maybe another one would be there was no girl from the girl from the next Karate Kid. Maybe they have to really try to do a season 6, and there's a question of will there be? And spoiler alert, they kind of make it look like there will not be a season 6 at the end. At the end of season 5, they put a little bow at the end, and it looks good. So they don't have to, but it's like as a little bit open ended. It's not a cliffhanger like with the previous seasons, but it's still interesting. So with that said, I can't think of anything else from the top of my head regarding things that I didn't like about it. So now I want to go through every episode, starting now. Cobra Kai, Season 5, Episode 1 starts off with an advertisement for the Terry Silver's Cobra Kai. It started expanding. Join our Togo. Hello, I'm Daniel's wife. Hello, I'm Chosen. I swim in your pool naked. Daniel, you need to stop all this. It's summertime. We need to relax. I'm your hot wife. So Miguel goes to Mexico to find his dad, and these Australian scammers take his bag and make him pay to get the bag back. And he's trying to find his dad, and he's asking for directions. Johnny's with his son. They're trying to find Miguel. And he got some stuff for him. Dad, no, you can't. You're gonna stop doing karate. You're gonna close down the dojo, Miyagi Do. Oh no, I think I'm gonna have to break up with Miguel as soon as he gets back. Here's a random guy that Miguel talks to. Oh no, flat tire. Ooh, let's go get Terry now. She's going through a bunch of flashbacks of the fight where she lost. Here she is talking to Miguel, trying to say, hey, be careful. There's Miguel's real father from Peru or something. Rawr. Johnny, you better find my boy Miguel. I'm sick to my stomach. Chosen's looking at Terry through the window, and he's like, oh, I know this. I've seen this fighting style before. Johnny runs into the same Australian guys, and he beats the hell out of them with the help of his son. Bow, boo, bow, boom. Miguel saves the boy. It's the boy of the girl that his father's with. So he invites Miguel over. Chosen joins Cobra Kai to work under Terry Silver. Alright, episode 2. Flashback. This is like one of the masters in Japan. I think the boy is Chosen. Pow. Hi, I'm Tori. I beat up Daniel's daughter. And Chosen goes directly to Tori. Oh no, they towed away our van. He's talking to Miguel. She's talking it out with Chosen. He's in a eating spicy food contest with this guy, and he wins. And the way he does it is he has something else that he eats that he had in his hand, and he put that other thing in his mouth to eat while he took. It's like a magic trick. He did a thing with his hand like he's praying and concentrating, but really he's doing a little magic trick. Terry's like, "How did you end up in the valley from Japan? Oh, wanna go out? Wanna come to my house tonight for dinner?" Tori confronts Terry Silver and's like, "Hey, I know you paid off the ref," and he's like, "Yes, I don't deny that." And it's like life and death. It's like Aladdin, you know, stealing food. It's like you're starving to death, and it's like survival of the fittest. Darwin. It's like, is it really cheating if you're just like, if it's a matter of life and death, if it's for the greater good, kind of thing. It's a kind of philosophy that you hear sometimes in life, on TV and movies and books, at school, everywhere. You hear about this philosophy. It's like for the greater good. It's Agenda 2030. It's all these different things, all these different names. You hear about it. You may not think about it. You don't think about it for the most part. If you do think about it, you're special. Like me, you're special. Ooh, it says FBI on their shirts, but it's actually has another meaning. Oh, fighting. Oh, his father likes fighting. Anyways, FBI on the shirt actually means female body inspector. I'm one of the fighters. Oh no, what do I do? Yes, I'm from Japan and stuff. Oh, FBI. Oh no, did you come here with the FBI? It's like, what, are you going after me? He says to Miguel. He's looking at Chosen and he's like, wait a minute. He says to Miguel, "Oh, we need to hang low. We gotta make sure nobody finds us. Not just the government. Different countries going after me and my money and my businesses, but especially all the ladies out there." And then at that point, Miguel's not very happy. He doesn't tell him, "I'm your son," and I don't think he knows that he's the son, and it would probably be a bad situation, and he didn't want to take the risk, and he didn't really want to do it at all because he doesn't care. Like his father doesn't care, it seems. So he leaves, and they return back to Mexico. Did I say Mexico? I mean, they go back to America. All three of them. Everyone except for the father. And he's having an emotional conversation with his mother. Da, da, da. He confronts Chosen. Terry's like, "I know who you are, Chosen. I figured it out because you used the wrong word. Because, I've been to that one place, that one city in Japan with, other Japanese people. They always use this word, not the other word. You use a different word, which means you probably haven't really been there. You probably don't really know this one part of Japan because you're from the other part. Therefore, I know there was something about you that was different. So I looked it up and I figured it out based on everything you said. No, now these guys are gonna fight you, and whoever wins, they get to be the head boss, and they get to be paid a lot. They're gonna be the head trainer of all my dojos, like the number one, and paid the most. And so they all fight, and they all lose. Now we draw a line. Stop it, Terry Silver. You crossed line. You keep on doing this, you're gonna regret it. Episode 3. Well done. And then Terry ends up showing up at like a club or something to say hello to Daniel's son. Daniel's son, nothing in your life will ever be the same if you keep on crossing this line. You're playing with fire, Daniel son. Danny boy. Yeah, Danny boy. And then Chosen comes up to Terry and says, "And I'm the gasoline." and I am gasoline. Oh, Miguel, you're back. And Grandma's happy too. Oh, do you get pwned in Fortnite? No, daughter. Who I've seen in like Criminal Minds that one time, that one episode, a long time ago, like 10 years ago. No, this is Daniel's son, who's a little bit weak, but I guess that's okay. Oh, Miguel's mother is gonna have a baby with Johnny, and Johnny's like, I want my money back. The condom's not working, and she's like, oh, that's probably fake, and he's like, I still want my money back. Oh, am I ready to be a father? Oh, I understand. Johnny looks over and he sees a father trying to comfort his baby who is crying and crying. Johnny thinks to himself, I don't want to be like that guy. I don't want to be like that guy. The guy with the hair all over the place, and it's like, oh, I cannot call my baby. 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 How do I call my baby? I'm stressed out. I'm gonna die at a young age. Oh, almost like there's poison in the beer, like they did in the Prohibition period back in the 1930s in America. Ooh, I'm gonna die of something. I'm gonna die for stress. Never mind beer. Never mind drowning in the Titanic like my great grandpa almost did. Ooh, yeah. Oh man, what's he gonna do when the oatmeal gets you? What are you gonna do when they come for you? What are you gonna do? Oh, I don't want to be that kind of father. I don't want to be that kind of. I don't want to be this kind of father. Oh, I don't want to be that kind of father. And Johnny's like, he's having a big reawakening. Hey, baby, don't call it a defamation pod. That's totally like humiliating. We gotta call it like a finding yourself pod, a Joe Rogan pod, because that's the thing that Joe Rogan likes to go into. Yeah, you're gonna find yourself. You're gonna love it. Oh no, it's the big baddie, the other big baddie from the third movie. It's what do you call it? What's his name? Mr. Barnes. Mr. fucking Barnes. Mike Barnes. Mike fucking Barnes, says Daniel. And so he's like hiding behind boxes trying to figure out what the hell is Mike up to now. 30 years later. Mike's like, by the time I'm finished with them, they're gonna be unrecognized. I'm gonna cut them up, and you're not gonna know. I think I'm gonna start with cutting off their legs. That's right. I'm gonna cut off their legs. Daniel's like, oh no, I better stop him before he cuts up my poor little daughter's legs off. I'll need 50% for me to do my very best. Stop it, Mike. No! I'm not gonna let you lay one little finger on my little daughter. What the hell are you talking about? I'm talking about furniture. This is my furniture store. God damn it. This is my furniture store. I'm not cutting up little boys and girls. I'm cutting up wood. How do I become a good parent? I need to Google it. Google it. Oh, Google it. Oh. Ooh. This is Johnny trying to learn how to become a parent. I better clean up. Bun in the oven. Fun in your lovin'. I really enjoyed this bit in this episode. He goes around trying to clean up his apartment, try to make it baby proof. Does all these things. He has to get rid of all the cockroaches. He has to make sure the baby can't stick the baby's finger in the what do you call it? The power, the plug, the power, the plug, what do you call it? Power socket. That's so hard. In the third movie, Daniel fights Mike Barnes at the end of the movie, and Daniel wins. And then it was really difficult for Mike, and he just had a hard time. He couldn't really do karate anymore. Then he had to do odd jobs, and then he ended up working for his future father-in-law. He marries the girl. His father-in-law owned the furniture store. Started working. Started falling in love with the ability to cut up wood, make furniture, sell furniture. So he gives his little backstory, what he's been up to the past 30 years since like 1987. It's a really good story, really interesting. Um, it's moving, well presented. I really enjoyed it. The daughter, the daughter of Daniel, is in this little pod, this Joe Rogan pod. Gotta fight my inner demons. Sam, what are you doing here? I don't know. Joe Rogan was like, come on in. What? You're trying to figure out who you are? Give me a break. You already know. You're LaRusso 2.0. Hey, baby, stop listening to your father. You go hang out with us. The coolest cheerleaders ever. We're kind of hot. That's right. We're kind of hot. And you need to listen to us. We know what's cool. We know what's sexy. We know what's going on. So stop being a nerd. Okay, Sam? Stop being a nerd. Come with us. We'll have to do this. We have to do this. We can do it the hard way or the easy way. Don't make us come on over there. We're gonna tackle you to the ground and you're not gonna like it. We're your friends. But even we have our limits. Okay, Sam? Sam? Listen. Sam, you're gonna have to play it hard with Miguel. You're gonna have to break up with him or something. That's right. When he comes back. Wait, he's already back now. Already. What is this? Episode 3? Already back. The Mexico arc is already over. Anyways, Sam, you're gonna have to listen to us because we're the cool kids. Unlike Joey Arnold. Yeah, what's up with Joey Arnold with the nickname back in '99? Cool kid. Hey Elder, you think you cool to name cool kid Joey Arnold playing basketball with Randy and Joe in the ghetto? Yeah, cool kids. No, we're the cool kids. Never mind, cool kid. Never mind, Tweety. The thief in the night playing basketball. Ooh, thief in the night. Oh yeah. Give me an A, give me a B, give me a what? What does that spell? I don't know. We don't spell. We just jump up and down. Don't need to learn how to do things, Sam. You just gotta follow the boat. We are the boat. I can't believe I'm on a boat. I can't believe I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Can't believe I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Come with us, Sam, if you want to live. Otherwise, you're gonna miss out. Sam, you're one of the girls. You're the girl who broke my heart. You're the girl that lust. What about me? You're my girlfriend, Sam. I know exactly who you are, princess. Tori, is that you? Oh my god, it's not Tori. It's Rey Skywalker. Palpatine from Star Wars. The sequel trilogy. That's right, Disney. Star Wars. Ooh, remember that? Remember the main star? The main star of Star Wars? Disney Star Wars? Rey Skywalker, the girl. And she's like, who am I? I'm nobody. I don't know who my parents were. And then in the Last Jedi, they're trying to figure it out, and she had a dream, or a vision or something, and then she sees herself in a mirror, and it's like, oh my god, it's me in the mirror. Remember that? Remember Last Jedi? Remember my camera being so focused on me? And you know, it's kind of like a basically a repeat or a poetic retelling of Empire Strikes Back. So Luke Skywalker goes in the cave, you know. Yoda's like, don't bring a weapon. You don't need no education. You don't need no thought control. Hey, Jesus, leave them kids alone. That's right. You don't need no education, and you don't need no lightsaber, said Yoda. That's right, Yoda. Weapon you don't need. Need you do not. That's right. But Luke Skywalker went in the cave anyways, on that little planet. Dagobah in that movie, and pow, strikes back, and he's fighting like Darth Vader. Cuts off the helmet. I mean, the helmet just pops off. He looks, and who's underneath the mask? Scooby Doo, where are you? They take off the mask. It's his own face. It's his own face. And in Cobra Kai, who is that? Is it Tori? No, it's you, Sam. It's you. It's you. That's right. You're talking to yourself. Oh my God, this is so meta, like Facebook meta. So meta. It's like meta. So meta. It's like take my laptop, steal all my data. Meta. Like so meta. Like go ahead, have my social security card. Why not? You already got everything else. And then she's like holding a stick. Oh, well, take that, me. I'm gonna end you, Sam. I got me. Not sure if I can handle this. You're not sure if you can handle this. Oh my God, you let me out of the Joe Rogan pod. Oh my God, I just had the greatest dream. It was like a wet dream. Wait, it was a vision. I was a drop of dew, glistening in the moonlight. Wasn't it enlightening? What did you see? Yeah, spit it out, baby. Oh my God, I'm not so happy. Chosen's like just sitting there for a long time, and he's like, I better go beat up these guys and expect the worst. Like I'm just gonna beat up everybody at this store. He has no idea that it's a furniture store because they're on the they're in the back side of it, so they have no idea what's on the front. How about we have like some kind of rematch? Okay, Daniel, just kidding. Mike fights Chosen. It's like one of those things that you always wanted to see. Like, what would happen if Chosen fought Mike? Here's what happens. They fight a little bit, and then Daniel gets in the middle to try to stop it and says, it's a big misunderstanding. Hey, boys, stop. We're here because Terry Silver. You remember him? Hey, Johnny, you gotta help me. Well, Miguel, you just gotta be honest with your girlfriend, Sam. Especially because she was in a Joe Rogan pod, and she's fighting Luke Skywalker in Empire Strikes Back with a little puppet named Yoda. So you gotta understand what you're up to. Just be honest. Be frank. Frank Oz. Be frank about it. Be Frank Oz Yoda about it. With Sam, I am. No green eggs. Just be truth-telling mother effing Miguel. Oh my God, I'm surprised. That's kind of good advice. I'm Mike fucking Barnes. Look at me. Mike. Hardcore. Badass. Sam, I'm so sorry. Oh, Miguel. They break up. This part is very emotional in this episode. For the whole entire series, really. And he's like trying to hold it in when he's looking at her, but then he turns his face around as he's walking away. Can't hold it in. Crying like a little baby, but it's a good kind of cry. Like men must cry, but not like cry all the time. But there's a time and a place. Seriously, there's a time and a place. Don't you know? And either men are like too girly, or they're too like dead inside. Like sometimes you're like not emotional and like you have no emotion at all or something. Like it's numb inside. It's dead inside. You're like a dead Yoda puppet. Or you're like totally emotional and you're crazy. And it's like you really gotta find that balance. But at the same time, you don't want to really try to be emotional. The emotions are gonna be there if you're living an honest life. You're gonna feel things and you're gonna express things. It comes really natural. You don't really have to think about it. He ends up dropping the little necklace thingy that he was gonna give Sam. Oh, Johnny, you're doing all this stuff to be ready for our baby. You're so romantic. This is becoming a Hallmark movie. Oh, here he is in the sauna next to Daniel. And he's like, "What's up, Daniel? I'm Terry. Terry effing Silva. You don't wanna F with me. Usually go by the silver bullet. I told you, Daniel, not to play with fire." Here's Mike, and he's going to work at his furniture store that he owns. He's devastated. His store is on fire. This is the doing of Terry Silver, burning down Mike's furniture store. Episode 4, Downward Spiral. Oh no. The water's broken. The faucet. Oh, why is everything falling apart? They don't make things like they used to back in the 1800s when you can buy shoes and stuff and it can last for like 10, 20, 30 years. It's like everything's made out of plastic and stuff. It's like, we need higher quality. Johnny, can you help me with something? Hey, baby, I'm here to help. I have the need for speed. This is a Top Gun parody at this moment in episode 4. It's so incredible. So fun. So exciting. This is Tom Cruise. Johnny. I'm here for whatever you need, Carmen. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? 1980s music. Making out like mad. Say it was the right time. Ow. Hey, that's my man. Take that, motherfucker. Vroom, motorcycles. Ow, volleyball. Woo! Tom Cruise impersonation. Yeah. The baby playing with the boys. I'm so happy as a stay-at-home mother. Take that, feminism. Ooh, hot sex. Ah, but it was only a dream. Take that, Nelly. Hey, baby, Johnny, I just had the best dream. Tell me all about it. Alright, baby, I will tell you all about it. Alright, Carmen. Where are you? I'm right here, honey. Alright, Carmen. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? I'm right here, Johnny. Let me tell you about the greatest dream ever. This is the ex-wife Johnny had. Johnny had his first son with this girl, and he's like telling her the situation, and she's like, "Let me help you. I'm gonna call up a guy, a computer nerd, who is gonna hook you up." Welcome to Splash Harama. More like Splash Your Mama. Water adventure. Arr. Holy cow. Daniel's son is just staring at her. Especially the legs. You can't do wrong with the legs. Oh my god. Brother? Stop staring at my friend in the purple. Stop staring at my friend, Anthony. My brother, Anthony. Stop it. Oh my god. Oh my god. We should like have total fun. We should have fun with this. Look at me. I'm a hot blonde. I got dimples. Why do I have dimples? Is that a good thing or a bad thing to have dimples? Is it totally genetical? Is it my fault that I got dimples? Do I want to have dimples? Will it scar and wrinkle over time when I become an old lady? Will I have like big dimple wrinkles when I'm an old lady? Should I have this should I have a fat face so that when I grow old I won't have wrinkles? Oh, Anthony's starting high school in the fall. Hey there, we're just friends. Hey, Tori, hot Tori, miss you, babe. And I don't wanna miss again. Hey, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me to quit Cobra Kai. I do what I wanna do, and I'm in Cobra Kai. Okay, dude? You used to be in Cobra Kai. Now you stopped. Bit of a back and forth. Hi there. They're doing some kind of fundraising thing. Some kind of charity event. It's the computer monkey guy that's gonna help Johnny. They beat up Daniel's son. They put a bunch of inner tubes around him and throw him in the pool. Rawr, a little bit of a fight, and they try to pick it up. Oh my God, this event is being hosted by Terry Silver. Oh, I guess it's okay, said the wife. But Daniel's like, no, he's trying to destroy me. Don't you see that, wifey? Oh, it's the same. What the other guy, old Johnny, what Vietnam did to his mind. All right, little wifey. All right, Daniel's wife. Yeah, I'm just trying to help people. I'm Terry Silver. I'm the good guy. Okay, got that? Oh no, our Uber driver is young Johnny. Little boy Johnny. Not little boy, but you know what I mean. Not old Johnny. Driving, I'm peeing in bottles. I'm also doing Uber Eats. Multitasking. Trying to make money. Running around driving 8-10 hours a day. Everybody giving him a 1-star review. This girl, you'll see this girl later on, and she's like not happy about how they kicked some of them out from the other side of the park, the water park. She's too busy reading a book to run around and play with Miguel. Yeah, stop. Oh man, I'm out of here. Artwork. Hi, I'm Daniel, my master of karate. Have these small little trees from Japan. The bonsai. I knew a guy named Bonsai in Hawaii. He was homeless, and we helped him a little bit. And then he died. I think he died. But before that, he was not doing so good. We helped him a lot, and then he was doing really good. His name was Bonsai. Good name. And it's the name of these small trees. Oh, bonsai trees. Hey, Johnny, you're not so good at your little job. But if you're working for your family, then it's totally different, and it's like you're focused, and you can work really hard because you're focused on helping them, as opposed to just working a job for no reason and it's really hard. You gotta think about it in a different perspective. Hey, little black boy, I know your father was in the military. You gotta trust me, and you gotta leave Cobra Kai. There was a little bit of a contest, and the winner takes all, and the loser and the loser group have to leave the water park, and they go down these water slides, but the guy his little inner tube has a little hole in it, and it deflates, and everybody starts chanting cheater, cheater, which makes Tori think about the time that she won before in the tournament, because the ref was paid off in the last season, and that's how she was able to win. And so she's thinking about that. Oh my God, what am I supposed to do? I'm Tori, effing Tori. Terry buys the bonsai tree from Daniel, and then they have a little bit of a fight because Daniel thought that he said something terrible about his wife, and they fight, and then they break the trees up. Johnny. So she's like, oh, I'm so glad that you're doing better, Johnny, and I'm glad that our son is really able to see that side. I'm happy for you, Johnny. Hey, dude, stop talking to your ex-wife. I think you just pissed by. Stop. You're a terrible Uber driver. I really enjoyed this little Uber Eats little bit they did in this episode. It's pretty fun. Similar to the previous bit in the previous episode with the I gotta clean my apartment, make it baby proof. I'm gonna be a father. They followed that with this episode where he's like, not only do I have to have a clean house, I gotta have money. Now the editing in this little 180 part is a little bit off. I think he might actually hit the other car. Maybe not. I guess you can. But you probably have to back up a little bit, or you'd have to turn really tightly to not hit that red car. So it's possible this might be bad editing. Drama, 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 guys. Yeah, gotta go. Man, I thought you're out of Cobra Kai. But you're always like fighting and supporting them. Oh, I did leave. Why are you still supporting them? Or or what's happening? Chosen is like at home all day. He's washing the house, making sure that Terry Silver doesn't burn it down. Like he burned down the Mike Barnes furniture store. You know, literally like it's on fire, it burns to the ground. A furniture store. So Chosen is here to make sure nothing terrible happens. And he's watching like daytime soap operas, stuff like that, and he's like crying and he says, "Don't give up. Don't give up." I really enjoy this plot. 90-Day Fiance. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm big tough guy Chosen. I better turn the channel. No, turn the TV off before they find out as Daniel and his wife step in. And he steps in. Chosen's like, "Oh, that was my fault, the fight." But the wife's like, "Oh, I'm not talking about that fight at the furniture store. Oh, I didn't even know about that fight. I'm talking about other fights. Oh no, this is even worse." Wifey, you gotta understand, this is exactly what Terry Silver wanted us to do, is to fight. And his wife says, "That's it. We're done. We're taking a break. Maybe forever. I'm going with the kids, and we're going to my mother's house for a while in Ohio." I don't know where they are. I think they're in California. So they go off to he goes off to Ohio. Episode 5, Extreme Measures. Toys like punching the punching bags and everything. Hardcore. And here comes Stingray. Terry Silver hooks him up big time. He gets like an apartment or a house. He gets a PlayStation. He gets to play board games with his friends or whatever. Stingray just had to pretend to like be beaten up when the other guy, old Johnny, was like beating him up, but really it wasn't him. It was actually Terry Silver who beat him up, and then the police came and put old Johnny in prison. And so he's paying off the Stingray to keep him quiet. "Oh, hi there. Welcome to this restaurant. Let me tell you stuff." So Stingray, he gets the this car. I think this used to be Johnny's. Johnny's trying to get them together. "Never give up, Daniel. Oh, Chosen, it's so hard. I'm drinking all the beer and staying up so late. Oh, we gotta play a game." He locks them in. It's some kind of game where you have to work together. But then somebody else opens the door and Miguel gets out. And game over, and then he gets stuck in there. He's still trying to get them to come together, but they've been fighting and not getting along. Daniel and Chosen goes to Stingray. They try to confront him, try to get him to turn on Terry Silver, but it doesn't want to because he's scared to death of Terry Silver, and he gets money. Here's the girl. I believe this is the girl that was the girlfriend of Daniel in Karate Kid 3. And I wasn't exactly sure at first. I was like, "Who is this lady? Is this the girl from the next Karate Kid, the fourth Karate Kid that came out around 94?" No. Almost, they were that close. That was the one thing I wanted. So please get her in season 6. All right, Mom. All right, catch me up. Oh, same old, same old. So apparently, so Daniel was with this redhead girl in the third movie, but it's like at some point they break up or something, but it it seems like C knew her and introduced her to Daniel later on, and then they become friends, and then later on they get married, and it's all thanks to her. I just got back from climbing the gourds. Hey, wait a minute, Disney, why am I not in the new live action Little Mermaid? I got a red hair like Chrissie. Why don't I do that? Why don't you do that for me? Why do you get a black person? I mean, a black person is fine. I don't care. But at the same time, it's like, why not just make a new story and call it like the Little Black Mermaid? Some of these girls, they they knew her. They knew Daniel's wife back in high school, and they're like, "Hey, what do we call you? What do we call you in high school? Oh, what was it? Yeah, it must have been a cool nickname. Yeah, we used to make fun of you. I have failed you, Danielson." They go and they fight it out. They go upstairs. They're on the balcony, and Miguel's punching the living hell out of him, just like he did to him in a previous season. But then he holds back. Flashback to when Miguel was kicked off a high place at school, probably high school, and then he ended up like he had to recover. He was in the hospital, and Johnny helped him a lot, and it was like terrifying and shocking when this happened. There it goes, Miguel in a previous season, and there he is in rage. Miguel. But he holds back, and he's like, why did you hold back? Why did you hold back? Johnny finally makes it up the stairs. Why did you hold back? I didn't get into karate to hurt people. Apartment number 7. I love the number 7. Yeah, I understand that. Didn't you hold back? I just wanted to finish the fight, and I got tunnel vision. Big mother effing tunnel vision. In the moment, in the heat of the moment, the Eminem moment. They only got one opportunity. You better never let it go. You only got one shot. Not miss your chance to go. An opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yo, take it back in a second if I could. It's one of the biggest moments in my life that I've regretted. I regret that moment. I'm like sorry, like that article, the Joey Arnold article. Sorry, like I regret that moment so much, so powerfully, like so big in my life, so hardcore. I was the cause for the worst moment in your life and the worst moment in my own. Yeah. Oh, is it over? Thank God, because if you guys still hated each other when the baby came out, there's a baby. Yeah, that's incredible. Holy shit! All right, you gotta act surprised when your mother says it, when your mother announces that we're having a baby. It was like an action movie. Okay, sister. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Why didn't I marry Daniel? C goes on to explain to Daniel's wife like what happened in the third movie, what Terry Silva did, and so C didn't really notice. She didn't really know how bad it was. All right, how's your beautiful wife? How's that little beautiful wife of yours? So Terry fights Daniel and wins tremendously at the end. At this, it's the end of this episode, and he's able to beat the hell out of him really tremendously. And it kind of makes you wonder because in the last episode, he's somehow able to win, and it's probably because Daniel remembered like what he really needed to do in order to win. It's kind of like in the movies where he's the underdog, and you really gotta focus and you really gotta understand the weakness of the the opponent in order to really win. Especially like you're fighting somebody bigger than you, taller, bigger, stronger. Terry is a lot bigger, and he's been training the entire time. But even with that, it's like Daniel's still a pretty good fighter. But at this moment, at the end of this episode, he steps on Daniel's throat and injures him tremendously. This is not an act of mercy. I want you alive. Puts his foot at his neck. This is so hard. I'm becoming like something like I don't know what I'm becoming. I'm toy and it's so hard and I have to lie and everything as I'm still in Cobra Kai. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's in the doorknob. I'm hiding the truth from that boy, and I had to work with Terry. I don't like Terry, and I'm lying to Terry Silver. I fear him. Ooh, it's so hard. My throat. Life is not okay with this, and she realizes how terrible it is. Dun dun dun. There must be another way. I'm the hot wife of Daniel. Hey Johnny, come. We need your help. We gotta come together and figure this out. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we really gotta do something about Terry Silver making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight. My mom got scared. She said Will Smith is gonna slap somebody someday. It's gonna be Eddie Murphy. No, it's gonna be Chris Rock in 2022. It's so hard, baby. Tell me there's an end game to all this. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry. Tori's talking to John Reese. Maybe I should call him John. I forgot. People call him John. And he's still in prison. And that's how the episode ends, with the reveal of him. You haven't seen him since the end of the last season. Season 4. Episode 6, what is this word? Corporos? This ninja girl comes from Japan. She comes with her little masters. They're gonna help him. She's not sold at first, but he's able to be like, I knew your grandpa. Yeah, I trained under your grandpa back in 1980 when I went over there with John Reese, and we learned a little bit from your grandpa. I know your grandpa, yeah, and I know you want his legacy to continue, so I know this is not just about the money. I need to see which of my students are the best and is willing to take the next step. I'm looking at your nuts. Oh my God, Terry Silver. I don't know. You saying I have to stop fighting. This is a very powerful part, episode 6. Like, he's like, every time I try to help, I only make things worse. I made everybody worse. My family, my friends, everybody around me. It's like, but then people are like, no, you didn't. You kind of helped us a lot, Daniel. Hey, Grandpa. Hey, Granddaughter. That's how they're able to get her in the prison to talk to him a little bit of a story. She's still talking to John Reese in prison. And like, what do I do? Help me. I don't think I can handle this. And Terry Silver comes to this dojo and takes it over, including this girl who was in the tournament. Rawr. Rawr. I'm Tori. Doop doop. Hi, I'm the counselor for John Reese. Why am I still thinking about food? This is so hard. They're fighting like one guy. It takes 2 guys to fight one guy. The blonde guy. That's so hard. Arr. Oh, I know Terry got a hold on that little black boy. This is the part where Daniel's wife takes him back to the old dojo, the Miyagi Do, and is telling him a story of one time. His master was talking to her about him and said like, get your head out of the sand, and sometimes it's gonna be hard, you and Daniel, and few other things, and it was like so well done, that part, this part. And she's like just like talking about it, and like fighting for family and how important it is, and she's just like encouraging Daniel to come back. Come back, Daniel. And that's the part where he shows up and says, you made a difference in my life and in Sam's life too, and you think it was like bad, but it was good. You helped us so much, Daniel. Daddy, it's time that we all join the fight. What did you say, daughter? All of us? Who's all of us? This is gonna be like a surprise birthday party. And there they are. This is a powerful part and a big turning point in season 5 of Cobra Kai. And they're standing there and they're looking at Daniel and they're like, join us, we need you. It's like the powerful part in any good story, where it's like any good story, it's like you turn to the hero and you're like, we need you. Whether it's the Power Rangers or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or any story, any good story out there, superhero story or an ordinary Joe story, it's like you turn to the one guy, the missing link. Sometimes people call me the missing link, but like, it's really a movie, and they turn to him and they say, we need your help. And the truth is, they do need Daniel's help, and he needs their help, and together they make a team. And it's a powerful moment, so powerful. You're not alone anymore. So what do you say, Dad? Will you fight with us? Yeah, come on, Daniel. I'm your wife. You gotta listen. Listen to me. Listen to your daughter. Listen to all of us. We're telling you something. And now we have 2 karate masters. Now it'd be great if we could have all 4. I want to see Mike Barnes. I want to see the next Karate Kid. Well, hey, why not just get Will Smith and his son? Well, they're not really part of the universe, you could say, but they're gonna enter a global karate tournament, so why not do that? In season 6 and 7, put in Will Smith's son. This is really powerful to have these 3 Jedi Masters. They're looking at each other. Very powerful. Bowing. Dun 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 dun. Cobra Kai. Episode 7. All that people know now is Cobra Kai. Bad eggs. Welcome to Bad Eggs. People hearing about it. There's commercials and ads and people giving away free t-shirts of Cobra Kai all over the place. They take Daniel's son Anthony into a toilet. A brown watercolor toilet. They stick his head into it. The crew comes in for a lesson of the day. And today, it's chosen, only him. And he gives them a powerful lesson. He says some like Japanese words they don't know. Common words for like, begin and line up, and he has to translate. And he's like, okay, you're going to hold these eggs. You're going to protect them. So they try to protect them. But then he always finds a way to break them and find them. And he has little weapons where he's like throwing stuff at them and breaking the eggs. And in the end, they find a way to work together to keep him from breaking the eggs. And they put all the eggs in one basket, and they form a circle, and they're ready to fight him and keep him from getting inside the circle to get the eggs. And that was the moral of the story, which is something they need for the last episode. Ooh, Tori is so important, but she's only one piece of the puzzle. So they go to prison to talk to John. Tori and the other girl, they fight the ninja girl. And she looks kind of hot and she just takes them down. He's like, John, I can get a lawyer and help you get out of jail. Want that last egg chosen? You're gonna have to go through me. Oh, Sam, you mean this egg? I got it already. I go fight the turtles. If you sacrificed your pawn, maybe you would have scored a point. But Tori didn't want to do that. So they're trying to get information out of John. They're trying to figure out what does Terry Silva want. The hot ninja girl back in 1980, she was a little girl. Terry Silva, John Reese. And they go there, they train under the grandpa, and he just wanted to Terry Silver wanted to take Cobra Kai and make it international. So John mentions a tournament, international tournament, and if Cobra Kai wins, then it goes global, and then a lot of people will join and get indoctrinated, or whatever you want to call it. This was supposed to be a number to a lawyer, but no mercy, John. We're not gonna help you. Thank you for giving us information. That guy, episode 8. He invites these people over. They evaluate his karate, his students, his Cobra Kai, everything, and they try to determine whether or not they're eligible to join the international karate tournament. But then the good guys show up and say, "Hey, no, Cobra Kai not so honest. You look at us." And so then they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll look at you two and try to determine whether or not we like you." Miyagi-Do, what was the other one? Eagle Fang, and Cobra Kai. We'll look at all these different dojos, and we'll let you know what we think. Life's so hard, and I needed a break. And it was hard when you quit. And then Chosen says something. Many years ago, your father and I, we had a big fight. The moral of the story, it's not about fighting against, it's about fighting for. What are you fighting for, Sam? Harry talking to this boy. Oh, the black boy, he was fighting the Mohawk guy and won. This is part of a little bit of a tournament in order to really determine who's gonna make it into the global tournament. And Tori was gonna fight Sam, but then Tori disappeared. Tori doesn't really want to do it anymore, kind of thing, because Tori doesn't like Cobra Kai and was not happy with what John said. John's like, "You're on your own. There's no end game anymore," because John is stuck in prison. He was trying to get out and he couldn't get out. So Tori left, and now this other girl in the black is fighting in her place, and she's fighting Sam, and then Sam wins, and so it's like a tie with the two teams, 1-1, and then the judges decide they're both gonna make it into the global tournament. Oh, it is hardcore. Oh, behind the ninja girl is a guy with one eye. Rawr, rawr. It's really hard. This fight was hard because the referee was bought off, and so he had to make a big victory, kind of like Trump. No. Meet our judges, and the hot Japanese girl. Dun dun dun. Uh-oh, Miguel's making out with some random girl at a party. "You're breaking my heart." Sam is devastated and walks away. Miguel finds out, runs over to try to stop Sam. Sam's like, "I don't want to hear about it," and storms away. "I don't want to hear about it anymore. Ooh." And then Tori shows up and says, "No, I'm not here to fight, Sam. I'm here to let you know a secret. Terry, Silva cheated, bought off the ref in the last season. And Sam's a little bit upset, like, you should have told us this before. And Tori's like, well, I'm telling you now. A little bit of a girl fight. Sam and Tori, they try to break it up. Jenny is having a baby with Carmen. Where in the world is Carmen? Hot baby. Where's Tom Cruise? Holy cow, it's Terry Silva coming into the elevator with us. Oh no, don't threaten to kill our baby, Terry. You better watch out, big bad Terry Silva. I don't want to get hurt or hurt anybody. Oh, those good guys, they like mosquito, said Ninja Girl. Next time one steps in, we gotta squash him. He steps in. Mr. Keene, I came here to apologize. He looks at the group. He says, I'm sorry, and Cobra Kai sucks. And then Terry Silver's like, alright, let me tell you something. And then he says a bunch of stuff. It's my turn to speak, motherfucker. They're going out to party. They're in a limo. There's Stingray again, playing games. Hey, you lied to the court, Stingray. Hello, Tori. So it's like, he doesn't want to directly confess to what happened. So he makes up a story and he uses some kind of analogy using like video games. And he's like, okay, there's a wizard and the wizard gets like sidetracked by, or like trapped and cornered by this like other wizard, or maybe he's not a wizard, and I forget what he said, but it's like he's in a sticky situation, and then this guy, then that guy, then what do I do? And I'm so scared of that guy. I mean, this guy's so scared of that guy, and so it's like, what do you do? So he tells the story. That's him. But it's not him. He's like telling the story of what happened. It's like this guy looks just like him, but imagine in the story. And by this time, the guild was under new leadership, and he was like, he wanted to get back in. He didn't know what to do, and he ended up like making a deal with the devil kind of thing, like a Trader Joe, a Trader Benedict Arnold, making a deal like Jude, not Jude. What was it? The guy that betrayed Jesus? Judas. The monk. That's what he's calling himself. The monk was denied re-entry. The monk's just scared. I really enjoyed this segment. Oh, Miguel, I just wanted everything to go back to normal. Oh, Sam. Chosen, what's on your mind, Chosen? Why are you so sad, Chosen? You know the girl that that girl, that you kind of had, that you kind of liked in the second movie? Yeah, I kind of liked her too for a really long time. We used to like hang out in the abandoned castle thing and play hide and seek and see would always find me, and I think I love her. And so Daniel says to Chosen, you better go call her up. And so he does. Thank you, Danielson. I will call her. And he calls her and says, I regret not taking you with me to America. This is the part where he calls the girl. Oh, what did he say? You think we can take down Terry Silva? We got a confession from Stingray? Maybe not. Ooh, why am I so sexy? Eye of the tiger. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Yeah. Body up, back on the street. Took us time, take our chances. We don't know what to do when we're down on our knees. Need hope to survive for some more. So often now in life it gets you. You trade your passion for glory. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. You wanna move on, but you can't move on, 'cause your heart is divided in two. Oh, what you gonna do when you're the underdog? This moment is devastating when I was watching it, because it is like, it took me back to The Walking Dead, where like Rick Grimes was having a good time with his wife, his little black wife. Not the first wife, the second wife. They would have a good time. Family, shower, everything was good for many, many years in the community. So good. the zombies were like weeds in the ground, like nothing. It was like nothing. Even Jesus was able to like slice them like slice of bread. They would have a good time. It's almost like every time they show somebody having fun, a good time, they die. And so you see them having a good time in Cobra Kai, and I'm thinking, are they gonna kill them all off? It was almost like I felt like this was like the last episode ever, and because it looked like John died in prison, and now they're in the limo, and it really looked like something crazy was gonna happen, and I was right. Something did happen, and the person driving the limo started going really fast, and they're like bouncing off the sides, like inside, like going back and forth, like something terrible was going to go happen, was about to happen. And I was thinking to myself, okay, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna fight? Are they gonna die? Are they going to kill off all the main characters? Is this the last episode? Or one of the last episodes? I thought it was the last episode because I couldn't see episode 10 at that moment. I was like, this is the last episode. But it wasn't. But at the time, I thought it was. And so I was like, oh no. What are they going to do? Is this going to be another Walking Dead moment with Glenn? Are they going to kill everybody like they're Glenn all over again? It's like the White Wedding in Game of Thrones where they kill everybody. Oh no, if he's not driving, he's the limo driver, the guy in the black guy. Uh-oh, who's driving? It's Mike Barnes. Episode 10 of Season 5 of Cobra Kai. Head of the Snake. John is talking to his counselor, and here's the secret. He takes her name tag secretly. I think she doesn't know this. I don't know. Maybe she knows and did it on purpose to help him escape, but probably not. This is the place where like they kind of give each other a hug, and he's able to grab her name card, which is like a door opener, so he can escape at the end. Spoiler alert. Yeah. So they're having like a Kodak moment, and she's like, you just gotta think about how you're gonna live your last days on Earth. But all he can think about is, I'm gonna escape. That's bad. I'm gonna escape prison. God damn it. Ooh, Mike Barnes was the limo driver, and he's fighting with Johnny. And then they break up the fight, but it was interesting to see, just for a half second, Johnny fighting Mike Barnes, because it was always a thing. Like, what would happen if they were fighting? Like, who would win between Mike and Johnny? You get to see that for a second, and then earlier in the previous season, you get to see, you get to see Chosen and Mike. So Mike gets to fight both of them, but then Johnny does not fight Chosen ever. That's too bad. But they tried, and that was pretty cool to see. This part of this last episode is amazing because Mike's like, Terry Silver does whatever he wants, and he never suffers consequences. I say, let's go to his house right now and beat the hell out of him. And so Johnny's like, okay, and Chosen's like, okay, and Daniel's like, no. So they hop in the limo and they drive off, and Daniel's like left there on the side of the street in the middle of nowhere, in like the middle of the night, all by himself. It's like devastating that all the terrible things happen, like Mike's store burns to the ground, and here is Daniel all by himself, and and Miguel has a terrible father who's in Mexico running around hitting up girls, ladies, and stuff. All these terrible things, but nonetheless, here are the three bad guys from the three karate movies teaming up to take on the ultimate bad guy of the original three movies. And it's something you would never ever really imagine seeing, except for like in some kind of, imaginary fantasy kind of thing. You know, like something like this does not normally happen. I mean, you see it a little bit with some of the superhero movies nowadays, where they're like teaming up everybody up with the Marvel and the DC universes and multiverses, Spider-Man and Iron Man and Batman and Superman, all these superheroes coming together, and everybody's in each other's movies. It's almost as if they're trying to copy the live streaming on YouTube with the podcasters, with the YouTubers, like Friday Night Tights, Neurotics, Chrissie, the Simpcast, and everybody else. Everybody's doing it, kind of thing. A lot of famous YouTubers, and it's like you're gonna be on my show, and I'm gonna be on your show, and it's like, oh, you're gonna be in my movie, and then I'm gonna be in your movie. Like, oh, I'm gonna be in Wonder Woman's movie, and then she's gonna be in Batman's movie, and it's like, that's what you got. That's what you got with Cobra Kai. Everybody everybody in the franchise, like coming together, and like a lot of times Hollywood's been messing it up. All the franchises, like all the big stories are being burned to the ground. Star Wars, Star Trek, superheroes. Not this one. Not the Karate Kid. And so, it's not perfect. Karate Kid, Cobra Kai has problems a little bit, but for the most part, it's amazing. Especially this part where the three baddies are going to go take down Terry Silver. We gotta take down Cobra Kai. I know what to do, guys. Here comes the limo right into Terry Silver's home. Oh, you better not fight us, it would be a crime. Hey, big baddies, you think you can take me down? You big baddies from the three movies? Yeah, I'm Terry effing Silver. You're trespassing, guys. So they go in to try to get to the security cameras to try to find evidence of the crimes of Terry Silver. He's like, hey, you drunk dude, Daniel. I'm not gonna help you. You just like running around as a drunk dude. And this truck is gonna take me there one way or another, he says to this random John Deere man. So he pounds on the truck, and like a bunch of guys come out. And they don't look like nobodies. Like, they look like they can handle themselves somehow. So he's ready to take on like 4 guys. If you want to live, get in. So this is Stingray deciding he's gonna pick a side and fight in the war against the bad guys, against Terry Silver, even though he was scared a moment ago. Mr. Russo, call me in if you want to live. So they're in there trying to get the videos and try to upload it to the YouTube. And then these guys come in to try to fight them and stop them from uploading the video. It kind of looks like Shredder in the background. Here comes Chosen to fight Terry Silver. Arr. So they go on to fight. This is like a big fight. 2 big baddies. Let's get ready to rumble. Finish in Mortal Kombat. Do they have a Cobra Kai like fighting game? Like Mortal Kombat and Tekken and Street Fighters? I'd play these games. Because these are like characters. Like, make Miyagi an unlockable character. Oh, I think one of the reasons why Chosen loses this fight is because he's drunk. Like, really, really drunk right now. Really drunk. I mean, other than that, I mean, there could be other reasons too. But I mean, please don't tell me that's not a factor. Don't tell me that all of a sudden he's just like sober because they were drinking a second ago. They hop in the limo, and a few minutes later, they're here and they're fighting. So Chosen is drunk out of his mind. I mean, he was just like dancing at the club, calling a girl in Japan. He's drunk. He's gonna fight, but I believe he could have done better if he was sober. He was able to like hit Terry at a pressure point in the knee, and so this is the point where he grabs a knife. Though he has little stabbers. You killed my mother. You killed my father. The Princess Bride. Prepare, prepare to die. I'm not afraid to die. Oh, to die would be an awful big adventure, says Peter Pan. Here is the pull. This totally reminds me of Kill Bill. And also Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace, Darth Maul fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn. Especially Qui-Gon Jinn is like, they're going to stepping out, and Chosen is kind of like Qui-Gon Jinn, and he's collected. And also Terry Silver is kind of like Captain Hook, and he's like teasing Chosen. Terry is having fun, kind of like Darth Vader with Luke Skywalker in Empire Strikes Back. A lot of the time, Darth Vader was holding the lightsaber with one hand. He was like just playing with his son. Unlike with the next movie, Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader was holding the lightsaber with two hands. But it's like, for the most part, Terry is playing with Chosen, and it's like he's been training probably the whole entire time for the past 40 years. So Terry's like hardcore, like. But then again, Chosen trains too, so it's like these two have been training like forever, and so they're fighting. So it's like two big bosses fighting each other. But Chosen's really drunk. But regardless, it's like Terry's probably been in so many fights and has been training at a very hard, like high level. I don't know what kind of high level that Chosen's been training in. Not to say that he wasn't back in the day training with really good people, but it'd be a question of, has he been actively been training with people in the past 20 years? And the answer would be probably not. For the most part, Chosen's probably just been by himself, training by himself, just, practicing. And that's good too. It's good, but it's not the same kind of thing as like, probably, I'm speculating that Terry is probably like really deep into like training with people, and so he's totally in shape, totally ready for the fight, and he's having fun. Terry says to Chosen, I know that you had more in you than just defense only. I knew you were a warrior at heart, just like me. Chosen's like, rawr. You would know warrior. No, not in this no Nintendo game. Rawr. Taking down the shredder. This is the part where Chosen could have killed him and didn't. I was meant to die in the battlefield. Kill me now, Chosen. He turns his back for a second because he heard something, and his back gets sliced. He falls to the ground, and it looks like he's dead. And at that moment, I thought he was. They really do make it look like Chosen died. Not your enemy. Ooh, they got Johnny, and he's gonna go over to his dojo to try to stop the kids. Arr. The Stingray beating up some kids so that the other guys can come in. And the video was uploaded. This is the part from the previous episode where Tori's like, I know you paid off the ref in the last season. so that I could win the tournament. And he's like, I'm not denying it. And so that's the evidence they use to try to get Terry arrested. Oh, here comes Terry. The Shredder is here. Shredder, Terry is here. And he's like, so what? And he tries to get his side to be against Miyagi-Do. He's like, our enemy is conspiring against us and stuff. And he's like totally like deflecting all these things. It's kind of like Democrats. Like, he's doing this stuff. He's like saying that they're doing what he's doing, but really he's doing it. But he's saying that his enemies are doing it, but he's doing it. This is the kind of tactic, it's the kind of thing that people do, and you gotta watch out for it. Oh my God, they think that Terry's saying, oh, Miyagi-Do, they think they can continue to like attack us without any consequences. In reality, it's the opposite, that he's attacking them without any consequences. They're still fighting. They're gonna kill Johnny. And at this moment, I really thought they were gonna kill Johnny. I thought that Chosen was dead. I skipped the part where it looked like John died. Maybe I should go find that part. He's in prison. Told me you've been fighting all your life, so keep on fighting, baby. With your heart, use your remaining time to write yourself an ending that you'd be proud of, baby boy. That's enough. This little piece of shit is asking for it. No, forgive him. Let it go. Now what it? He stabs John, and John goes down, and I thought he was dead at that moment, but it wasn't dead. It was like fake blood, ketchup or something, in one little spot. Falling down dead, or so I thought. Sponsoring the Bruce Lee lookalike, and the Bruce Lee guy has a sword and sliced the finger off the one black guy with the beard. These are the last two guys. They're probably like the best, not the best. I mean, one of the top two guys, and they're about to slice off Johnny's head. I would imagine that the ninja girl is probably better than them for some reason, but they're pretty good too, including this guy in the black, the Bruce Lee lookalike. Mike Barnes comes in and he tackles the guys. Oh, hey guys, all right, we gotta go. Johnny looks at Mike and says, "Hey, I did most of this." Ooh, who's the hot girl behind him? Everything you try to stop us or me amounts to nothing, Danielson. What hot girls behind Daniel? Who's hotter? The girl in the red. You funny little Daniel. You got your ass kicked, Daniel boy. But the girl in the green is a close second. That's Carmen. You can either accept that, Daniel, or I can kick it again. Right now, right here. And this is the point where you learn in life to pick your battles. You cannot win every battle. You gotta win the war. You cannot you should probably not run around like a chicken with no head trying to win every battle. But this is a battle worth fighting. Worth fighting. You gotta fight it. I'm with you, Daniel. My hot wife is for me. Who can be against me? Now, I don't know what to say. Is Daniel a little drunk like Chosen? Because a second ago, Chosen lost, and you would imagine that Chosen is more trained than Daniel. Daniel wins this fight. How is that possible? Well, one, he's Daniel. He's the underdog. Two, it could be that Terry's a little bit cocky, a little bit arrogant. He's letting his guard down because he already beat Daniel earlier, and he beat Chosen, and he felt like he already killed them all. He thinks they're all dead. Oh, quick note, I forgot to mention one little other thing that I didn't say. So they're uploading a video to take down Terry Silver. They upload the video to YouTube. They missed one important detail. Like, when you're uploading a video, it doesn't automatically get published. Maybe it used to, like 10 years ago. But now it's like you upload it and then it has to be like YouTube has to look at it. Forget, what do they call that again? They upload it and then it gets what's the word? They have to like literally like look for copyright and everything. And it goes through like two other processes before it becomes public. Before it's published, first you upload it and then it goes through a couple different processes. But in Cobra they skip it. I guess maybe they just did it just because, it saves time, you know. Skip the details. But still, I'm getting ahead of myself. I am. I just thought, why do you skip that? You think nobody would notice? Miyagi-Do is gonna continue long after I'm dead. Because the roots are strong, unlike you and your Cobra Kai. Oh, there's a hot ninja girl behind him. So Daniel was able to knock him down because Daniel's very concentrated. Like when he's in front of a lot of people, then he's kind of like Michael Jordan. It's like you play Michael Jordan by yourself. Like hypothetically, I mean, I have no idea what would actually happen because Michael Jordan probably beat you in private too. But let's just say hypothetically, not in real life, but like hypothetically, like you play Michael Jordan 1-on-1 and you win, no big deal. But if it's like the NBA Finals, the whole world's watching, Michael Jordan wins, hands down, because the world is watching. At this moment, the world is watching. I mean, the people that count are watching. And so it's like Daniel has his A game. And he has to, because it really counts. In the previous fight, it was only Terry and Daniel. So it didn't really matter. I mean, in a way, it's like it mattered in a way, but not in the same way. So there's a little bit of a flashback of Karate Kid Part 3 between Daniel and the guy in the black. That's Terry. Back in the day, I think this is like 87. And so they go through the 3 rules that Terry has. If a man can't stand, he can't fight. If a man can't see, he can't fight. If a man can't breathe, he can't fight. And so it's like you gotta hit them in the joints so that they fall over. They can't stand. You hit them in the chest area, and you find some sand or something and put it in their eyes so they cannot see. So Daniel throws it back at Terry like a taste of his own medicine kind of thing. Yeah. No. I'm like Snake Girl, not Ninja Girl. I'm Snake Girl. I look like Snake. Nah, my mom look like Snake. You look like chopped liver. And don't say Snake. That's disrespectful to Solid Snake, Naked Snake, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Joey. Yeah, he gets back up. He does rule number 2 and he hits him in the chest to stop him from breathing. Hey, cow, why am I so sexy? Why am I so upset? I think I have to hop in an airplane, go back to Japan, go back to eating noodle and rice all day. So disappointing. Maybe I should step in there and beat the hell out of Daniel, and then I can be like, you got beaten by a girl, you got beaten by a girl, you got beaten by a bloody girl. Then I can be like, yeah, feminism all the way. I win the series. And then he does his little, his famous, what do you call it? What do you call it? The crane kick from the first movie. So he's doing it. He's getting in his little pose, and Terry is grabbing a trophy to like throw at him. Okay, I take back what I said earlier. I thought the editing was a little bit off when I first saw it. Watching it a second time, I think it was okay. Right as Terry is about to like hit him with a trophy, he kicks him in the chin of his face, and Terry goes down. And it was well done. And he breaks the glass. Similar to like when Miyagi was fighting him and right into the glass at the dojo. The dojo like has all these glass mirrors everywhere, and he slams right into it. Miyagi just slams him, kicks him right into glass windows, and he crashes down just like this. So in effect, tying the first movie with the third movie, with the crane kick and the running into the glass, the mirrors, it's down. Hot mama. And then they start taking off their Cobra stuff. The hot ninja girl is just sitting there not knowing what to do. She's like, just like smiling kinda, but in a nervous kind of way, like a snake. Oh, I'm the hero. The cops come, the firemen come. Kiss me, baby. Kiss me, baby. Tori kisses the boy. Hey, Sam. Hey, Miguel. I found the little thing that you were gonna give me. You dropped it on the ground in my house. Well, that's what you do when you love somebody. Oh my God, you just said that. You never said that before. You never said that before, Miguel. Kiss me now. Love you. I know. I do. Han Solo. Harrison Ford. Leia Skywalker. Me, baby. Alright, kiss you. So this is kind of a thing you see at the end of a movie, especially from the 1980s. But any time period. Really, any time period. It's something you see, something you notice, and they kind of just throw it in there. Since, this is a franchise from the 1980s, why not do it? And they're really like putting an end to all the storylines, the story arcs. So in a lot of ways, this may be the last episode ever. I don't know, and I would love to see 5 more seasons because I enjoy the show. Here comes Mike Bonds and Johnny. Or me and my hot wife. Chosen is okay. And he says, "Oh, just a flesh wound." Oh, that's a callback to one of the movies, Monty Python. And it's like they cut off the guy's arms and legs, and he has no legs, no arms. They're sword fighting, and the guy's like has no arms, no legs, and he's like, "Oh, just a flesh wound." And that's what Chosen says. Just a flesh wound. Just my back opened up like Jesus on the cross. Oh, Mike. Oh, wait a minute. Did you just steal that little remnant, that little picture from Terry Silver? Yeah. It's probably worth more than my store. I'm gonna make some money because, that's the least I can do for everything that Terry did to me and stole from me. My word, what's going on? The police. Alright. And they take Terry Silver. This is the part where the doctor's like, wait a minute, he's not dead. This is like fake blood. And then he comes out and he like stabs people and walks off and escapes the prison. Ooh, I'm gonna take your name tag. He got her name tag and opens the door. Dr. John Reese, Angeles Sheriff. As he's walking off, it's like the 5 in the song. Like, the song is I Did It My Way. I think that's like Frank Sinatra. And the 5 is like Joker 2019. Was it 2019? And just like the whole feeling and look and attitude and the way he's walking, it's like just totally reminds me of that Joker. And it's almost like John's becoming the Joker. And who's Batman? Daniel? He is walking out. I don't know what he's gonna do because, like, I would imagine people know who he is, and what do you do? What do you do? Like I don't know. Whatever he ends up doing, if there is another season, he's gonna have to do quick, really quick. And there's a lot of rewatchability for Cobra Kai. Every season I enjoy. I enjoy the movies. I enjoy the show. I enjoy the characters. Like, I do. And that's how this episode ends. That was the last episode of season 5. This is episode 10 of Cobra Kai. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. And I told you that I didn't like the editing in a few little parts here and there in the movie. I mean, the show. But other than that, the overall story arc is really, really good. It's the kind of story that you want to like pass on to your kids and everybody around you. And it's the kind of thing that you want to watch. It's fun to watch, and the story, and it's just like the lessons and everything. It's like it's really groundbreaking. Yeah, the show probably has some problems, minor problems with editing and um, the balance between the different story arcs and how some things may be a little bit rushed. Um, but those are really small problems compared to the big problems that a lot of franchises have, whether they're movies or shows like Star Wars and Star Trek. Hollywood is down the drain, but Cobra Kai is really off the hook. And I recommend it. I give it 5 stars, I give it 10 stars, I give it all the stars. I'm Oatmeal, random. This was another random review. Thank you for watching.